Like and subscribe, and you'll have amazing luck for the rest of the week. Kate Moss has finally joined Johnny and Amber's celebrity-studded defamation trial. Amber's defense case in her ex-husband Johnny's defamation trial is coming to an end, and the Pirates of the Caribbean star is now awaiting a verdict. Let's see if justice prevails.
You actually were telling the truth.
I do that quite a lot, yet people are always surprised.
Johnny suing Amber for $50 million after she said he abused her in a 2018 op-ed. Despite not naming him, he claims she damaged his ability to work. She's countersuing for $100 million. This is a ridiculous number Amber pulled out of thin air and will never get. Kate Moss was a Depp defense witness. Kate was allowed to testify after Amber connected it to another event from the 1990s. She said Johnny pushed Kate Moss down the stairs while they were dating. This was first stated by the Aquaman actress in the 2020 UK trial against The Sun. He was about to push her down the stairs, and just as that happened, I remembered hearing that he pushed a former girlfriend down the stairs. I believe it was Kate Moss. Amber testified in court this month that Johnny swung at her sister when they were facing the stairwell, and Kate was mentioned.
I just, in my head, instantly think of Kate Moss and the stairs, and I swung at him.
Johnny's attorney, Ben Chu, was seen fist-pumping after Amber cited Kate Moss in her testimony, sparking speculation that the mention of Kate Moss could benefit Johnny's legal team. And it certainly has. Until now, Kate Moss has never publicly responded to Amber's claims that Johnny shoved her down the stairs, which he says is a bald-faced lie. A California entertainment lawyer, Mitra Ahurian, said, "One of Heard's mistakes was bringing up Kate Moss, which might have opened the door for Depp to call Moss as an independent witness. Moss may be claiming this never occurred, according to the report." Who exactly is Kate Moss? Peter and Linda Moss had their first child on January 16, 1974. That child would later become Kate Moss, the 1990 supermodel. Kate started modeling at 14 in 1988 and quickly rose to fame. She's well known for her 1990s heroin chic fashion, which featured a pale complexion, dark under eyes, a thin frame, and androgynous features. Supermodel Gia Karanji created the look. Despite having been a heroin chic poster girl, Moss has said she's never used heroin. "I'd never used heroin before, and it had nothing to do with me. I believe British photographer Corinne Day, she wasn't on heroin at the time, but she adored the Lou Reed song, which glamorized the squat, white and black, austere and skinny, and females with dark eyes. That was her favorite look. I was skinny, but it was due to the fact that I was doing concerts and worked really hard." Kate Moss modeled for Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Balenciaga, Gucci, Alexander McQueen, Vogue, and Vanity Fair. And she's also on 30 British Vogue covers. How exactly did they meet? A year later, Johnny met Moss at Tabac, a renowned New York City cafe, a year after his wild relationship with Winona Ryder. A man named George Wayne introduced Johnny and Kate. The Calvin Klein model was 20, and the Mr. Edward Scissorhands actor was 31. When Kate and Naomi Campbell strolled in, Wayne introduced them. Johnny and Kate would later become the it couple for years to come, wrecking hotel rooms throughout the world during their legendary romance. Johnny was arrested in 1994 for allegedly destroying his hotel room at the Mark Hotel, where he lived with Moss. Moss was unharmed, and Johnny's charges were dismissed when he agreed to pay around $10,000 in damages. Officer Perez recounted the situation to the local press at the time, saying, "There was glass everywhere, furniture that was upside down, and table legs that were shattered. Good old Johnny loves wrecking the place, and now he had a partner to do it with." Johnny and Moss were jet-setting around the world. New York grunge and Los Angeles club culture were constants on the red carpet. Moss didn't have a permanent residence, and Johnny had recently invested in the hedonistic Viper Room in LA, the scene of Moss's wild 21st birthday party. Both reportedly slept in all 63 bedrooms. Johnny, a romantic, seems to take his relationship seriously. He believes in happily ever after, which is why he's received 5 marriage proposals. Johnny has been quoted as saying, Am I a romantic? I've seen Wuthering Heights 10 times. I'm a romantic. His relationship with Moss resulted in the production of jaw-dropping tales of young love, such as the time Johnny gave Moss a diamond necklace.
He gave me a diamond necklace which he had hidden down the crack of his ass.
Other stories include the time Johnny gave Moss a ring that he found in a dumpster. Johnny's ex-girlfriend Moss never accused him of abuse during their relationship. Moss said she felt an instant connection to the actor. She said she knew that they'd be together from the very first conversation. Their era-defining romance was put on hold in 1997, when Johnny said he couldn't keep up with the demands of his career while maintaining their relationship. I've never been that worked up about a woman before. I was very foolish because our relationship had so much going for it. It is up to me to accept responsibility for what occurred. I was difficult to get along with, and I let my work get in the way of giving her the attention she deserved. Moss stated in a 2012 interview with Vanity Fair, "There's nobody that's ever really been able to take care of me. Johnny did for a bit. I believed what he said. Like if I said, 'What do I do?' he'd tell me. And that's what I missed when I left. I really lost that gauge of someone I could trust. Nightmare. Years of crying. Oh, the tears." In her 2012 book, Kate, the Kate Moss book, Kate stated that she was fortunate to have been in a relationship with Johnny. "He taught me a great deal about celebrity. Never complain, never explain. That's why I don't utilize social media sites like Twitter. I don't want people to always know what's true, and that's what keeps the mystery alive." They called it off in 1997 and were temporarily reunited at the Cannes Film Festival in 1998, where Moss supposedly got into trouble wearing a bikini in the halls of the highly acclaimed Hotel du Cap, where the festival was taking place. She was barred from returning to the hotel because she allegedly defaced it while she was there. After a brief reunion period, the couple decided to call it quits once and for all later that year. As for the courtroom clown show, on the 25th of May 2022, Kate Moss testified from her home in Gloucestershire, England by video, in the Johnny Depp Amber Heard defamation trial. The now 48-year-old supermodel testified that she and Johnny were in a loving relationship from 1994 to 1998, debunking rumors that Johnny shoved her down a flight of stairs while dating in the 1990s. Johnny's lawyer Benjamin Chew questioned Moss about what happened when they were on vacation at the GoldenEye Resort in Jamaica. Moss said that Johnny didn't push her down the stairs. When questioned if Johnny ever pushed, kicked, or threw Kate down any stairs during their relationship, Moss said no.
He never pushed me, kicked me, or threw me down any stairs.
Moss, who'd been summoned by Johnny's defense team, appeared pleased when testifying on Johnny's behalf. She laid to rest the absurd claims that he threw her down a flight of stairs. Amber's attorney didn't cross-examine Moss, and she was told she could leave. What else could they possibly say? Kate had finally cleared the air. So, what are the trial's likely outcomes? The jury will deliberate now that both sides have finished their closing arguments. They'll determine whether Amber defamed Johnny in the 2018 Washington Post piece based on the weight of probabilities. If they think she did it, she'll lose on that count. We don't believe Johnny can win every count, but we're hoping. If for whatever reason they rule in Amber's favor, she won't be required to pay Johnny any money at all. And even if the jury finds it in Johnny's favor, Amber won't be criminally charged for perjury. This is a civil case after all. Johnny's asking for $50 million in damages, but the jury could award him more or less. Either way, this clown show trial has never been about the money for Johnny, and he's only done this because Amber has left him no choice. He must clear his name one way or another. Until next time, adios.